Here is the verification email. It just came through. Verify your email forwarding address. So click on that, come down here and verify your email now. And that should take no more than 5 seconds. And as long as we get we get your email address, TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com has now been verified. So what we did basically there is linked hello@TonyFlow.com to TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com. Okay, so right now at this point, we have the ability to receive emails to we have the ability to receive emails to hello@TonyFlow.com from within the TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com inbox. So let's test it out. Let's make this a little bit smaller. And I have open over here another Gmail account, which I created for the purpose of this video. This is TonyTeachesTech@gmail.com. So let's send an email from TonyTeachesTech to hello@TonyFlow.com. And we'll do that. So to hello@TonyFlow.com. The subject is, hey, Tony Flow. How are you? Okay, so we'll send that. Let's give it 5 to 10 seconds. Over here, within TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com, we should see that email pop up, but it's going to be addressed to hello@TonyFlow.com, and there it is. So let's take a look at this. Click on this button here. So it's from Tony Teaches Tech to hello@TonyFlow.com. That's great. That's perfect. The one thing here is if we want to reply to it, it's going to say we're going to be replying from Tony Teaches, we're going to be replying to TonyTeachesTech@gmail.com, but it's going to be coming from TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com. Let's fix that. It doesn't have to be that way. We can send and receive emails, like I said in the beginning of this video, from that domain name. So how do we do that? This part of the tutorial, there's a lot of steps involved, so just follow me step by step here. But when we get through all the steps, you'll have the ability to, like I said, send and receive emails from that domain name. Okay, so click up here into your settings and go to see all settings. Under here, go to accounts and import. And under the send mail as section, we want to add another email address. And for this one, we're going to put, let's just say my name is Tony Flow, and the email address that we're working with is hello@TonyFlow.com. So that's the domain name that we're working with. Make sure you have treat as an alias checked here. Click on next step. And the SMTP server, whatever they have there, get rid of that and just put smtp.gmail.com. We'll keep the port 587 the same. Now, this is where it's a little bit tricky. The username is the Gmail account that you're signed in as. So for me, it's Tony Nicholas Arizona @gmail.com. And finally, the password. This is what takes a little bit of time to set up the first time, but we only have to do it once. Let's just move this out of the way here and click on settings up here. No, I'm sorry. We want to click on your Google account. Click on manage your Google account. And we want to go down to the security section here. And if you don't see app passwords in the signing into Google section, we have to first set up two-step verification. So let's do that real quick. We're going to need a phone for this. And this basically just links your phone to your Google account. So go ahead and sign in if it asks you to. And we want to add a phone number here. So I'm going to type in my phone number. And go ahead and try to receive a text message. Verification code. And I got it. So that's this code right here. Click on next. And it's verified. So now we just have to turn on that two-step verification. And when we do that, if we go back to the main page on the Google account, we'll see now that we have the ability to add app passwords. So click on that. Go ahead and sign in if it asks you to again. And now we can add an app password so we can sign in over here to that email address. So go ahead and for the app, pick mail. And for the device, select other. And when it asks you the name, type in the domain name email address, so hello@TonyFlow.com. Go ahead and generate that password. and copy the password and come back over here to the this yellow window that we popped up earlier and paste that password into here. Keep the connection as TSL, which is recommended, and click on Add Account. Now, unfortunately, I did go through this process before, and it seems like consistently every time, at least at this point in time, you get this temporary error. I think it's because it times out or something. So we have to do a little bit quicker this time. So go ahead and click on Try Again and get out of here. We'll go back into our settings here in our inbox and click on the same thing, add another email address to send mail as, and we'll just type in the same information. So sorry, but that's how it is. So TonyFlow, email address is hello@tonyflow.com. Same thing, change the SMTP server to that@gmail.com. Port the same, username, personal email address, so TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com. Now finally we can paste in that password, click on Add Account, and if you want to save that, fine, but this is the final step, confirmation verification, to add that email address. So if we go back to our inbox, we'll move this out of the way. We should have an email. We'll get a couple emails actually. We're looking for the send mail as Gmail confirmation one with that confirmation code. So just copy that, paste it over here to verify. And another option is you can click on the link in here that says confirm sending mail as hello@tonyflow.com. Click on that. You can do both, doesn't matter. So we're done with that. We're done with the app passwords. And now if we go back to our inbox, we should have the ability to send an email as hello@tonyflow.com. So let's see. You see this drop down bar now in the from section. Click that. We can send mail as Tony or hello@tonyflow.com. So we'll send an email to TonyTeachesTech@gmail.com. Hey, Tony Teaches Tech. This is hello@tonyflow.com. So again, we have an email from hello@tonyflow.com to Tony Teaches Tech. We'll go ahead and send that. And actually this is something good. So I'm clicking on send and it's not working. In my experience, because I did do this before a couple times, there is a delay between when you actually initiate your linkage between your custom domain name and your Gmail account and when you're actually able to use it. That delay has been at most 5 minutes. So let's just leave this up for now. We'll minimize it. We'll come back. There's a couple other settings that I want you to change that I think you'll like, but we'll try this in a bit, and I guarantee you it'll work. So just bear with me here. We'll minimize that. Let's go back into our settings and see all settings. And there's one option in here under accounts and import again that I think you should check, and that is under send mail as, under when replying to a message. Click on the checkbox or the radio button that says reply from the same address that the message was sent. So before, if something was sent to hello@tonyflow.com, the default, it would always default to TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com as like if you click on reply, then it would say this is coming from TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com. But we want to reply to using the same address that it was sent to. So we'll demonstrate that in a second too. So that's the setting that I want to have you guys change. So go ahead, go back into the inbox. Let's check to see if we're able to send this yet. Not yet. I'm going to get out of this because I'm not really sure how this works, but let's send another email address or another email to hello@tonyflow.com. We'll say test email number 2. And this, I'm doing this so I can demonstrate the default reply email address that we just set that setting for. So over here, it should come up within the next few seconds. There it is. And now when we click on reply, if you remember from a couple minutes ago, we didn't have the option to change it from hello@tonyflow.com. It was always going to be coming from TonyNicholasArizona@gmail.com. So that's good. So we can do that. Let's see if it works yet. So, hey, how are you? Send There we go. It's working now. So that should show up over here from hello@tonyflow.com in just a couple seconds. Help it along. There it is. Okay, and let's just check it out. We got from hello@tonyflow.com via Gmail to tonyteachestech@gmail.com. This via Gmail, that is something that you're just going to have to live with at this point. I'm going to look into maybe trying to figure out if that can be removed somehow, but that is part of what it is, or I guess what it means to be an email alias. It's just, I guess, a signal to the recipient of that email to know that this is coming from your domain name, right? It's definitely coming from tonyflow.com, but it's just saying Gmail was used to send that email. Okay, so I don't want to make this video too long, but there's one other setting that I think you'll appreciate as well, and that is labels. So especially if you're going to have multiple of these email aliases, we can apply a label in your inbox so that you can quickly tell who that email is going to. So we can do that again in settings, see all settings, and again, this is optional. We want to go to filters. I think it's filters. Yeah, filters and blocked addresses. Click on create a new filter, and let's say if it's to the email address hello@tonyflow.com, we're going to create a filter on that. So any emails to that recipient, we're going to apply this label to, and that's what we're going to click here. Apply the label. We're going to make a new label, and you can call it whatever you want. I just like keeping the email itself. So hello@tonyflow.com. Create that. And there's this box down here, also apply to filter to 3 matching conversations. So we'll create that filter. And now if we go back to our inbox and refresh, now you'll see that we have that label applied to these email addresses that were sent directly to hello@tonyflow.com. The other emails in here are to my personal email address. So you can see if you have like hello@tonyflow.com, tony@tonyflow.com, like support@tonyflow.com, like all those different email addresses. It's just a good way to filter on them very visually, very quickly when you come into your email inbox. That's about it, guys. There's nothing else that we have to do back in our Google Domains